bring you down, man. That's better than anything else could.
I couldn't hold it back.
It's the anticipation just destroy you.
I'm sorry. Stop it!
Hello, it's me, Dr. Apocalypse, and Apocalypse Doctor, here to do apocalypses. It is Thursday.
I'll pocket your lips.
Whoa.
Oh shit!
Oh, no. Oh man!
Can we do that on stream?
Watch how you laugh around Cody, Bread. Could you imagine if he had that laugh recorded?
Oh my god, please do not. That would be terrible.
Anyways,
Stop
hello.
it.
Awake a little later than normal. After having your rest interrupted, you sleep a little late, having to recoup from the extra exertion that you wouldn't have otherwise had to do. And you find yourself, it's a bit, you're nearing noon, you're not quite there, when you all fully awake and get everything packed up. And the day is yours.
Okay, my dudes, so we are traveling currently to go to the Sacred Stone Monastery, which is southwest of us currently, to look for Marlowe, so we need to use that heckin' hand sign to get in. That's our current trajectory, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, right.
Shall we head out?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
So are we just gonna storm in, or are we like trying to infiltrate, or what are we doing here?
Well, if we really wanted to be sneaky about this, I could pretend to be, you know, taking you in as prisoners or something.
I could break in.
I understand.
How so? What are you thinking?
I could break in.
Okay, but
That
what is the
sounds
plan?
more my speed, to be completely honest with y'all.
Like stealthily, or are you just barging in the front? What are you thinking, Ajay? I need more to go on.
Every mission's a stealth mission when there's no survivors.
See,
Wow.
you lost me. Yeah, I don't really do the lying thing, the fabric, that.
Well, that's why you
gestures
leave
at
all the
Crust.
talking to me. I'm very good at it.
Well, if we're wanting to be sneaky about it, I can cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
I mean,
Well,
I can make one or two of us invisible if that's what we want to try.
Sure. Yeah, you and the leaf could be invisible.
That way it
Where
doesn't
I could-
look suspicious as like you captured all of us. I don't think that really. They'd buy that.
I mean, I could be the prisoner, although I doubt they'd believe that.
I am very tough. How dare you?
Sure.
Toughest guy you know. I'm the toughest guy in this party.
You're the only guy in this party.
But anyways.
If I'm going to be totally honest, I don't think that trying to come up with much in the way of a plan is going to matter if we don't know what kind of defenses they have, or how they're hidden, or how they let people in.
I still suggest we go quietly, but I understand your point.
I like the idea of being able to travel quietly, even if we don't end up needing stealth.
Just kind of like flick my staff a little bit and cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
As Regan unleashes this magic, you see just a faint burst of energy as all of the local grass and trees almost shift away for a second before pulling back into their regular positions, and you see the ground behind you beginning to meld itself as any footprint you leave begins to fill up with dirt and grass as you walk. So you're planning on following the tracks, or are you just going to go flat southwest?
If there's tracks, we should follow the tracks.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys had started tracking them the previous day, so I say you just continue on as you would. Over the next few hours, the tracks, they curve mostly flat south, and they have a very slow incline as they slowly turn more and more westward. As the trails curve around it, you start following the path, and it continues on for most of the day. As you pull on towards evening, can I get a collective perception check?
I didn't roll well.
No.
Oh,
You did
Crust.
not.
Crust, Connie, no.
Listen.
He's enjoying the
Listen.
scenic view.
He's enjoying
The scenic route.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's surrounded by babes. Of course he's enjoying the scenic view.
Not what I,
mean,
meant, but sure.
fair.
Live life dangerously, Krusk.
Oh, he
Already
does.
know.
Oh, I do. Ajisai and Alif, both of you guys notice in the skyline to your where are we at? This would be almost flat east right now, or not flat west right now. You'd see 3 birds flying in formation. As they split, you see 2 of them start pulling. One starts pulling northward slightly, and one starts pulling southward. They're about a kilometer off at this point. It looks like very large birds.
Aaron, don't throw rocks at us, please.
I'm not scared of a
3
rock.
rocks.
The pioneers used to ride those babies for miles.
If you could all roll me a collective stealth check. As a group, you keep to the now dwindling light of the day.
Now only dragons can spot us.
Or
large birds.
You see these 3 birds start forming concentric circles patterns over the next few hours as you're traveling the last leg of your daily limit before you start getting tired. You just see each of them start pulling a pattern over different areas, and then you see the 3 regroup, and they seem to move off to the west before they disappear behind a mountain. So the day's journey ends. You travel about, what would be, 18-ish, a little over 18 miles. You circle the last bend, you see the tracks now start pulling downhill, and off in the distance you can just barely make out one of the curved bends of the vast river that cuts through the valley.
I suppose we'll take what rest we need, and then we will continue on once we are able to.
Wow. The night passes by without incident. The tiny hut with a more ardent watch maybe than before together seems to stave off anything that might have caused you any grief for the evening. You all wake up, and the next day's leg of journey can begin. You start moving along. Second collective check from everyone for stealth.
Kyra fucking it up.
Alif!
Really fucking it up, but she managed to get higher than me.
Oh no, not a 17.
Just so darn low as you're all traveling. Collectively, you all do extremely well. The day goes on. It takes about 4 or 5 hours of hard travel to make your way to the end of this path, and by the time you reach the end of these muddied footprints from this group of, again, what has to be at least 30 or so people, you see at the shores of the embankment where you now find yourself, there are drag marks as though several boats have been launched, and you find yourselves at the eastern side of a kilometer-wide river. Similarly to the day before, just something you would note, you see those same 3 birds reappear about midday again, and you see them all split off in a similar pattern as they start circling. One about a mile or 2 to the north, one not amazingly far. They don't seem to take notice of you, and one a little bit off to the south.
Catch up with me.
Ajisai is going to walk into the river and into the bottom of it, and it's probably going to go over their head, but they are just going to disappear into the river and walk. Unless someone stops them!
Ajisai!
I would like to try to stop Ajisai, because,
They're straight that way.
You know, I have this handy broom here that can fly us across one by one.
yeah, why don't we do that, and we'll stick together, please?
If you've got a way of getting us all across, Kyra, that'd be swell.
It'd be several trips, but we could do it. I'll hop on the broom, and I'll motion for Alif to get on.
Hop.
And Dom will
Hop, hop.
fly us over there.
Yes, so you guys will cross with absolutely no issue. So it's about 3,280 feet.
Oh. Whew!
Across,
Yikes.
across this river. All right, so they disappear. About 18 minutes go by.
Yeah, she's gonna drop her off, and
Kyra, you do the best you can crossing the water as a glowing red beacon, and you seem to be confident in your ability to get back and forth.
Yeah.
About 8 minutes go by, and Kyra returns.
all right, heckin'.
Hello.
Regan, sure.
Sure. I'll hop on.
All right, and heckin', here we go.
Hmm.
Do not Save Ajisai for last.
I don't
She's
think
just
that's
gonna
a
wander
good
off.
idea.
Kyra, maybe grab Ajisai next.
All right, he's probably gonna wander off without you.
Yeah, that's my concern.
Okay, and she'll keep on flying.
You pass fairly quickly. I don't.
You
Regan
pass
is
without a
particularly heavy, without a single trace. You drop Regan off and begin heading back. Shoreline side, Ajisai, Krusk again. Can you guys roll me a stealth check as well without the bonus? And Kyra,
sure
can you roll me one on the way back?
Okie
Wah, wah.
Hey,
I got a
20!
4.
I got.
Good job. Can't relate.
You see two of the riders, one directly above head, begin circling quicker and quicker. You see one from the north pulling in, and then after a short delay, there's a whistle that echoes over the water, and you see the one from the south start curving in towards Kyra. Ajisai, you see these three figures swooping down over the water towards them. I'm going to get everyone to start rolling me initiative here.
Okay.
The one above just goes into a dive bomb and drops. They drop. They're about, I'd say after everything, they're about 200 or so feet behind you, Kyra.
Okay. I am going to.
You see, before I forget, because I never got around to it. Now that they're this close, you can see on the top of the back of this bird, you see this partially armored figure with a helmet on riding the back of it.
I'm going to go ahead and cast invisibility on myself.
All right. You cast invisibility. You see a brief shimmer, and from either side of either shore, you just see this red dot of Kyra just vanish from existence. Anything else, Kyra?
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna keep moving towards the shore.
All right. You keep on your regular path of movement. Krusk, anything you're taking?
I am going to cast Fly.
You hear a few notes come off the mandolin behind you too, as you see Krusk lightly lift off the ground.
Well, Kyra's abandoned us. We should probably go. I unfortunately don't have anything for you guys, so good luck.
Kyra's abandoned us, he says as he takes off.
As he abandons us.
Well,
He'll start making his way across the river.
Ajisai has no reaction to you doing this. You go ham.
So they are going to continue moving inwards. You see the other two closing, one moving basically flat south, one flat north, and the other one straight east towards where Kyra was, now seemingly going straight towards Krusk. Krusk, are you planning on continuing straight on past him, or are you going to try and divert off to the side, or what's your plan?
I will get its attention, like, hey, you! Hey, follow me! And I'll turn back.
This isn't the trick at all!
You dumbass bird! Easily falling for my tricks.
Come on! Come fall for my trick!
Turn around and start flying back to the shore. Oh, they seem to be just streaking down, almost like a diagonal dive bomb towards him. They seem to be going to take formation. What's your max range on your longbow?
600 feet.
600 feet. I would say the Central Rider is now within that range.
Okay, Central Rider. Y'all better get ready.
You see Ajisai just remain still for about 15 seconds, just tracking this Central Rider as he rushes towards you guys. The arrow flies and it collides. Roll damage.
All right, I'm also going to use Eldritch Overedge since I hit with the thing. Just do a little tiny bit more damage with a packed spell. Heckin' take this!
A bird, like, snap for a moment as it drops about a half a foot, as it dips and then pulls itself back up. The arrow lodged firmly in one of its wings.
Alrighty.
Krusk.
I will continue going back to the shore.
Yep, you did a
Taunting
round
them
out
as
and
I
a round
go.
back.
And I will bonus action give Ajisai a bardic inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Gotcha.
That's very kind of you.
You're very welcome.
You play a little ditty. Ajisai continues to remain like statuesque and like aiming shots. The wind calmly blowing through the hair, but one foot also tapping to whatever you're playing.
Haha! Yes, I got her. I got her to have fun. Ha! That's my turn.
The other two pull back towards the middle, and you see the Central Rider turn around and begin flying up and away from you, Ajisai, as they speed back out of your maximum range after being absolutely riddled with arrows.
That's rude.
I see.
No, come back! Come closer!
Nothing immediately to do. Kyra, you are within range of number 2. They would be, since they turned around and are over, they'd be above you and slightly behind at this point since you're putting along in their direction. They seem to be going to the opposite direction now after getting hit with a shitload of arrows. You see
like
this bird is very badly hurt as it would pass close.
Oh, well then. In that case, I would like to cast Magic Missile at 3rd level on the bird.
Bird?
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
Haba, haba, haba.
Haba.
Shaboop.
All right. Aha!
Yeah!
You see a streak of a light shoot out from a point in space as Kyra reappears, and several darts shatter apart and start streaking into this vulture. As they riddle it, it starts falling limp and begins to descend. The rider
Bang.
off the side.
Damn!
You see as they fall off the side, they raise one hand, and you see a quick flash as wind surrounds them briefly, and you see them begin to slow their descent.
Aaron.
All right, that's me. I'm gonna keep moving towards the shore then.
Continue onto the shoreline. All right. They will maintain that distance. So,
Kyra, you haven't abandoned us.
If anyone wants to do anything on any specific turn, let me know. You see him slowly drifting down.
I want to shoot him.
He would be out of your range at this point because he turned around after you shot him when he entered your max range, and you fucked his bird up. From where you are right now, he was 560, so he would be 780.
Okay. All right. I can do that.
Feet around.
Not where I thought I'd use one of these boys, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to rip one of the gems off my bracelet, and I'm going to use it, and I'm gonna cast Conjure Elemental to summon a Wind Elemental, and they're gonna go ahead and head out and take that boy out.
It's fine if you're out of my range. I'm still the wind.
You see a small tornado begin to pick up on the water 90 feet out from where Ajisai is as they throw this gem and it shatters. And you see as it picks up more and more, you see these wind-like arms begin to come out of it as it begins to move towards the central figure in the lake.
I'm gonna fucking kill them.
These two streak in, 120 feet. You see the other two, they get quite close. They seem like they're pulling under as though to catch the falling figure.
Okay, I will circle back a little bit to get within 120 feet of them, and then I will shoot a fireball with 3 charges at them.
Oh!
We have a failure, all fail.
Oh,
Yo!
that's some good damage.
My gosh.
Holy heck.
Wow.
You hear a scream as one of the vultures and its rider are just immolate as this ball of flame lights up the sky briefly. Some of you have to shield your eyes. The reflection from the water effectively doubling its brightness. Elemental. It is definitely within range at this point. As it floats up, it finds itself under a freshly fireballed knight that is slowly floating down towards it.
I'd like to... Could the elemental get underneath it so it would fall into him? And then could the air elemental ready its action to use... let's say whirlwind as soon as it comes within range of it?
Yes, it will aim to do so.
Okay, cool.
That seems reasonable. You see the Southern Rider begins flying away. It seems to leave the, the night.
Coward.
Yeah, it turns and it begins flying up and away. Gale Knight begins falling more. Regan, Vulture, there's his actual movement as he leaves.
I'm gonna sit down.
He's like, well, watch the fireworks.
Wee. Oh.
Play it, Diddy.
Air Elemental. There's another 180 feet from them.
Well, yeah, they'd head straight up to clock the boy if they could. Here comes 2 attacks, Mr. Gale Knight! That's a 24.
They're
Right.
dead.
So we blender them on the way up. I'd like to then have the air elemental begin giving chase to the The giant vulture.
Yeah, alright. You see them taking off, and you see giving pursuit, is the best I can say. At this point, it is not continuing to fight, so initiative, as far as you guys are concerned, is over.
I'm gonna start making my way across with my fly spell.
Yeah, I'm making my way back to where Ajisai is.
By the time Kyra gets over, Max is just dangling their feet into the river.
So...
just waiting, bored.
So once it gets back to me, I'd like to telepathically tell it to pick me up and take me across the river.
Well, bye, Ajisai. Good talk.
All right then, Maxine. I guess you're up.
Alright. I don't do good with... she'll, like, get on it, and, like, the grip that she has on Kyra is, like, frickin' iron.
Okay.
I don't do elf brooms. Small fucking
That is a
things.
strange hang-up. All right, let's go.
It's fine. Let's say it's not my first time being dropped in a river.
Oh, man. Then we go.
Are you guys okay? I'll come out of the bushes.
My lungs aren't.
But sorry.
No.
What's wrong with your lungs?
Nothing.
Nothing.
If Susie Tent's guidance is relatively clear, I know that it's not that far away. About a day or so out.
Cool.
I'm gonna look at the air elemental.
You can go away now.
It remains.
Oh, but it's cool.
Go to space. Go,
Just start moving away.
Go up and don't come back.
Bye, Nathaniel. I named him Nathaniel, by the way.
I didn't know you could do that.
Nathaniel.
Didn't know I could summon those?
No, you've never told me.
It's one of the things that Kakutsuchi gave me. And if I use it wrong, they can turn on me.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Use it correctly, please.
Yeah, they can be nasty.
Be cool to fight an elemental, though.
I disagree.
I feel like you say that before you've
come back!
done it. Oh, God.
Nah,
I yell up at it to come back.
I don't know about that. No!
If you want to fight it, you can fight it.
I
do find no
it's
how to yell.
fine. Nah, it's
I don't believe
it's
it.
fine. Never mind. Never mind. We need to keep moving on your mission.
Well, having it
Hour.
on our side right now, you sound like a little bit of a coward right now, Maxine, if I'm gonna be honest.
Nah, I could take it, but Ajisai's,
But
we're heading towards Ajisai's, thing.
Hey, Air Elemental, for the rest of the time you're here, if I don't give you any orders, do what Maxine says.
Oh, that's dangerous.
That's a perfect thing. Thank you, Ajisai.
I just don't want it.
But it's so fucking cool.
For the rest of the time while
around.
you're here, you can also go ahead and do whatever Kyra says.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Haha, nice. Max will high five Kyra.
Hell yeah. High five.
I'm just gonna
We just-
slightly float along as we go along.
This seems on par with what Max and Kyra do. Just have the air elemental harass Krusk.
Yeah.
Leave me alone!
Just
Like-
blow his hair in his face or something. I don't know.
Pull his shirt up over him.
Yeah.
stay relatively close, okay? So then you're not seen, please.
And so we
you're in
can
the
see
range
it
of my
blow.
spell. No,
This is
so
harassment.
I'm just gonna wave my staff and cast Pass Without a Trace. And just...
You're going western or southern?
The one that was closer.
The one that was closer?
Western, I
Alright,
think.
you start moving western. So it takes about, you're looking at about half. So you're looking at about 5 miles of walking as
Country
you
road.
making your
As I
way.
sing along.
Take me home.
You see some of the areas here have been a little bit more trodden. They're not quite paths, but you see evidence of back and forth movement. After a minor stint where you have to go around a ridge, you do see on a shoreline south of you several boats pulled up in an area. And as you continue on, there's like a small, almost valley, and you come across, otherwise difficult to spot, a large, what looks like a monastery. It narrows deeper and deeper until finally you just find this small crag surrounded by rocks. This building jutting up out of it. There are narrow windows and red tiled rooftops standing in the middle of it, ringed by sandstone mostly surrounding it. There is a set of stone steps leading up to large closed monastery doors that seem to be made up of thick, heavy wood and iron studs.
That's the place, I think.
Wow,
And I'm
nice.
close enough to one of my targets that I can't quite pinpoint where they are. Which means they're here.
All right.
So I'm guessing stealth is out the window if she's going in while it's blazing.
We can sneak in if we want to.
Well, I still have the spell up. That'll give us an advantage on getting the drop on them. We sneak in, and we take them out a few at a time as we see them. We stay quiet, and once Ajisai sees her target, I say we let her go all out.
Assuming whoever it is that I'm after is probably high up in the food chain here, then we're looking for the person that they said was named Marlowe's. So, if we could maybe capture one of them and get them to tell us where that person is, then that might be a good idea.
So, I had a thought, but I want to run it by you guys first, just for comfortability's sake. I don't know how much I've described of my abilities, but essentially, I can, let's say we kill someone. I can then make their dead body work for me, essentially. I can reanimate them.
What?
You're a necromancer?
Define how you do that.
not a necromancer.
I don't know why you're all freaking out.
Essentially-
This seems perfectly reasonable to me.
Essentially, I can create zombies using the spores that I produce.
Oh my god.
Huh.
Wow.
All right.
So, I had a thought.
I scooch a little ways from you.
I
That
was
sounds-
just thinking that I know it's weird.
It's not
I don't
weird.
want to
That's-
scare you.
No, it's
No, I mean, use your abilities to their finest, I guess.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking
I
that it would be
just
less
didn't-
suspicious to knock a couple of them or kill a couple of them. And I reanimate them and I can tell them to go kill their friends because then it'd be less suspicious if one of their friends walks up to them and starts attacking them. That would give us a little bit more stealth, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I had a different image of you in my head.
Yeah,
that has
you know?
worked tremendously now.
I'm with Krusk on that one.
But that's not a bad thing. No,
It's
that's totally
just
fine.
Something that my ability can do. I don't have to do it. It was just a thought. I can just pass without a trace us, and we'll go with that. Okay?
You're thinking
it's
too
not
much
a-
about it. Relax.
It's not a terrible. It's not a bad idea.
I mean, we could also, like, if we do run into people, if we don't want to take the violent route, I can just, you know, suggest that they go away.
We need somebody to tell us where Marlowe's is.
Right.
We could try and run in there, maybe or stealth in there, grab a dude, and we do our, you know, our patented interrogation technique again, Ajisai.
I'll read their mind while you
frankincense.
charm them. And then we kill them. And then you make them into a zombie and send them back in against their friends. We need somebody to go in and figure out where the easiest person to nab is then.
Ooh, I got an idea actually. I want to sit down and I want to summon, we're to resummon Flare as an owl.
So it would take an hour and 10 minutes to cast as a, I believe it's a ritual. Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll just chill out here for an hour until this is done, and then I can send him in invisible, and he can kind of scout out the area.
I could use that time to rest as well. I could get back the little bit of magic that I used.
Take an hour.
Okay, most of us are going to take a short rest, and Kyra's going to take a change familiar.
Rest.
Regan is kind of sitting away from the group a little bit, like still within the 30 feet, but like kind of on the outskirts, just kind of rolling her staff back and forth in her hands as she sits down.
Ajisai is going to go and join.
Oh fuck!
Ajisai is going to go and join.
That was for my
them.
own benefit.
Hey. Are you okay?
I'm totally fine. I just know I freaked everybody out. It's not what people expect of me, and it's weird, and it's fine.
What's weird?
My ability. I know that dead things tend to freak people out, but it doesn't really bother me, so I didn't really think about it. I was worried it would offend you, and now Maxine, so...
Offend me?
Well, you know, I didn't want you to think because I can control dead things that I was gonna try to... You know... I know it's dumb.
I didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah, I just don't want you to ever think that would be something that would cross my mind or ever be a motive. I don't know, I just know I weirded them all out. I saw how Krusk reacted, and I just don't... I don't know.
She's gonna sit down with Regan.
I was never around a whole lot of people, so I guess I'm not really freaked out by death. The person that we worshipped at my temple was already long dead, after all. It seemed like the death of something good was something to be celebrated. So I don't get what they're on about, and I'm sorry that it's upsetting you.
Yeah, death's never really freaked me out either. Just natural part of things. But I guess taking control of the dead could seem a little dark, I guess.
Every single person here has killed somebody, and I think the act of extinguishing a life is every bit as cruel as the act of seizing control of the dead. So if any of them were really offended by it, they're being massively hypocritical. If you were messing with the soul of the dead, or tormenting it, that would be a different thing. But after somebody dies, the body is just a body.
I agree. I see it the same way, but I don't know if they do. I don't know. I've never been great at people either, so it's you and me, I guess.
The only real experience that I've ever majorly had with a dead body, apart from returning back to my temple and finding everybody dead after things had happened, was I found the body of a long-dead dragon once in the Star Mountains.
Really?
It was exciting. It didn't freak me out or anything. Like being at a playground. It's hard to explain.
I completely get it. That makes sense to me. That's really amazing.
Just gonna brush back the hair covering her right ear to show the heart-shaped amulet of health that's hanging from her ear.
That's what this is made out of, actually. I took a piece of it back to my mother, and she made this.
That's...
The casing around this is made from dragon bone.
I'm gonna kind of like lightly lean in a little bit and like tuck my fingers under it to like look at it a little bit closer.
That's beautiful.
Never would have thought.
Yeah. Whenever she made it, it was just a trinket, but after everything happened with us, some fragment of magic ended up stuck in it, and now it kinda helps to protect me. I like to think of it as having a little bit of the spark of my mother's life still in it. But, I don't know. I don't really think of the people that died as... I'm not very good with words.
I understand, though.
I don't think what you do is weird.
Thanks. It means a lot.
And I don't think...
Honestly, your opinion means the most.
Oh. I don't think that the others... I think that they've had bad experiences with similar things. I've heard horror stories about necromancers, and I think that maybe they just mistake the act of controlling the dead for pleasure and personal gain with someone like you that I think just has a better understanding of life.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. I've never really thought about it in a sense of necromancy. I mean, it's kind of what it is, I guess, but the necromancers you hear about...
Different kinds of magic are all perversions of the natural world, right? Evocation is bending the natural elements into shapes they shouldn't be in, and illusion is tricking the senses, divination is looking into a realm we're not supposed to. So I think that necromancy is just a strong understanding of life, in a way. If it matters, and you can tell me if this is a dumb idea. But why don't you show them how useful it can be, and maybe they'll be more okay with it.
I don't think that's dumb at all. I think that's a really good idea. Not sure how we'll go about it, but yeah.
Just kind of like lightly bonk my head on her shoulder and just kind of lean it there.
Thank you.
You don't have to thank me. I like it whenever you're more proud of what you can do, because I think that what you do is really interesting, and I didn't understand why you weren't.
Thing is, I am proud. Personally, I think what I do is fascinating, and, I'm always trying to find new uses for it, but I understand that there's certain aspects of what I do that are a little weird. At least to outside folk.
Can't be weirder than what I do.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We should head back to the others. I mean, they're only like 40 feet away from us, but we should head back to them.
Yeah. I'll get up and just kind of brush myself off and walk back to the group.
Max will have been writing something down this whole time and just looks up from it.
Ooh, what you writing there?
Nothing. Well...
Okay.
Hold on. A letter. That's all.
Anything good?
Telling my dad about you guys. That's all.
You have a dad? I do too!
What
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
coincidence!
Wow. No, but I keep my dad updated with what I do. You know, he likes to keep track. Otherwise, I get letters from him. And I don't want him to come here.
He'd come all the way out here looking for you?
Oh, you have no idea.
I don't.
Shit.
No, he just cares, you know. He used to travel to all of my matches and stuff before I started adventuring.
Oh, that's adorable.
No, it's not. It's just him, you know. He just cared, and no one would miss the Maxine fight. So
You had a dad who supported and or have a dad who supports and loves you. I think that's great.
Yeah.
I get it.
He's pretty cool.
That's so cute. Oh my God. Oh, you're just a giant teddy bear.
I am not.
This is going in the notes.
Welcome to the
pushes
One
Frost
Parent Club,
over.
Maxine. You're in good company.
From behind you here, and there's an owl.
Hey!
What a convenient thing to happen right now.
Hug him and give him scritches. And then I cast invisibility on him.
And I send him to his
Oh
death.
shit.
He's invisible. He's not gonna die.
How close are you willing to get to the place, Kyra?
Right.
I will.
That whole shtick.
Forgot about that part.
I will stick close to Kyra. I will pull up the hood of my cloak, put one hand on Kyra's shoulder, and cast Pass Without a Trace. So I flipped up my Nature's Mantle hood, and I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on Kyra and I. I'll stick with you.
Kyra, assuming that you can easily make your way up to the edge of the map where all the characters are currently lined up, where would you want to go? And where would you launch your Flare Scout?
I guess I'll try to get like this area.
And Regan, I'm assuming you're keeping up. So both
I'll
you
be
roll me
right behind her.
stealth checks. Is anyone else going with them?
It'll be the plus 10.
I'll stick with them.
All right, you guys are not interrupted in your movement as you make your way across. The windows are darkened. There doesn't seem to be any light sources inside any of them as you pass by.
Throw the owl in.
I will poof him into the building.
All right, he poofs in the room.
All right, what can he see with his owl eyes?
Are you looking through his eyes?
Yes.
Fucking
Get up to there.
Yeah, dude.
owl gun.
Going to the front doors.
Yeah.
You see two of the same similarly dressed monks stood next to the door. They seem to be just stood at attention, having a back and forth. One of them peers out there's a little latch. You see him slide open and look out briefly before sliding it shut. You seen anything? Nope. Ready for to come back earlier? Yeah. They took most of them downstairs.
I will de-poof him again, I guess, and try to stealth my way over to the next window. Just kind of trying to get a look at all these rooms.
You poof into this room. You see a woman sparring with several monks. One of them is knocked to the ground. One of them runs up with a towel. And they take it and wipe some sweat off their head before throwing it back into their hands. You see a small smile on their faces. They're like, next. And another one takes a fighting stance and begins trying to do a roundhouse kick, and they just continue fighting away.
Fuck,
no
I
one
almost like that one. You can't really get much further into this place. Like, just Kyra, like, kind of whispers to the others. You might have to infiltrate or something.
After a moment, as you all move up, you see her stop. She slowly begins turning in your guys' direction. She just catches one of the feet, like Wait, and she turns.
I will duck down.
I will poof flare away.
You very faintly hear from your side as you're pressed up against the wall, just the sound of footsteps, and a figure seems to appear partially in the window. Regan, you'd have the best perspective as you see this woman looking down at the spot where Flare was a moment ago, mildly confused. We're done for the day.
Oh,
And she turns and starts walking off.
Let's get back to the group.
all right. That was mildly informative, I guess.
Clang, 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 clangity,
What'd you
clang.
find?
Yeah.
A bunch of rooms. It's kind of just regular guard duty for the most part. There's a room with some dudes in robes scribbling shit down, and then there was that one monk lady. It almost felt like she sensed we were there, so we might need to watch out for
Creepy.
her. She looked kind of badass. Yeah, that's I think the cleaning room seems like our best bet if we want to get somebody and ask him stuff. But the bedroom, the kind of the barracks, I guess, didn't have anybody in it. So
Honestly, I think you're the best person to lead us on this. You got the best look at it.
I guess we could go to the barracks room. Let's let's try that one.
Are we gonna sneak?
I believe we're all going to try to sneak, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
In
yes.
preparation for that, I'm going to cast invisibility on Ajisai.
I am going to first poof flare away. And
Get out
I'm
of here,
going
Flare.
to use my Pearl of Power to regain a 3rd level spell slot, and then I'm going to immediately use it again to cast invisibility on both Maxine and myself.
Nice.
Hey!
All right, I'm going to apply relevant modifiers and abilities, cast your spells, and then roll stealth. What are you planning on doing? You're planning on going through the window?
Yes.
But yes, just to follow up in case there is a misconception, these are not sliding windows.
What kind of windows are they?
They are just glass
Oh.
panes.
They're just
We're
what?
gonna have to break it.
Ooh, Regan.
They're
You
just
can go
they're-
through the window, but if you go through the window, you're going through the window.
So we have to break them to go in.
Yeah.
Does anybody know silence?
Nope.
Nope.
Does anybody, Aaron, is there maybe any way that we could figure, looking at this window, that we could, like, remove it by just, like, applying pressure to the right place? Could we get it out of the frame as opposed to smashing it?
If one of
It
the
doesn't look
invisible,
like you could without like tools and a lot of time that would make a very different kind of noise.
If one of the invisible people got on the other side and maybe used like a bedroll or something to hold up against it, maybe it would muffle the sound.
Is the front door open?
Front door is very closed.
Ah!
I mean, is it locked?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
shit.
thick reinforced like double door that is much at the front. It's plain wood, but there's a slot on the front that you would have heard from Kyra that they occasionally peek through.
We could just, like, get them.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
wastes a lot of this
That-
preemptive shit we've already done.
Well, now we have kind of an idea of what's, like, at the front of the building, so that's not wasted no matter what we do.
We could knock on the door. They look out,
They're
see
right-
no one's there, and
I mean,
then
they're
we
right in
sneak
front,
in when they
right?
open it.
Yes, because they will definitely do the cartoon thing of opening it,
Yes.
walking, leave it open, walk all the way out, look around, and then as we in the distance we'll just hear, "Hello, is anyone there?"
Yes.
Must
Oh,
have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
It's not a plan, but it's a perfect plan.
Gotta be same thing.
Are we breaking the window? Are we going
Well, we're
through the door?
weighing
Are
our
we taking out the two front
We got a
dudes?
couple half ideas. We're just workshopping them. The plan of get inside, put like the blanket up against or a mattress up against the window, then break it. That's not a bad idea. It does, however, assume we've gotten an invisible person in there.
Break it as
Just think of
quietly as possible.
Trying to think of what spells I have.
Can we roll to stealthily break windows?
Aaron,
Hold on. Hold on.
I cast
Just gonna double check
suggestion
it.
What
on the
if-
window and suggest it to open.
what if somebody strong puts their hands on the window and like slowly applies more pressure until it shatters? Like not punch it, not like a big just like you can break a window, not making an obscene amount of noise. It'll make a lot of noise, but we can do it without, cannonballing our way through.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to the window. Are there any cracks or small openings? to this window?
In the window, there's no openings. I'd say there's a few hairline, but nothing major.
I can cast Gaseous Form as one of my circle spells.
Yes! A queen!
I could get myself in and then just open the window from that side.
There's no.
It doesn't open.
Or not
It's
open.
just like a
okay.
glass pane set
That's no
permanently.
problem,
yeah.
yeah.
If you have a bedroll, what I was saying
And
before
then I can
is
break it from the other side.
if you put the bedroll over the window, it would muffle the noise of it breaking.
You guys
I also
are-
have an idea.
What's up? What's your idea?
I could use Steal Through Fog to Misty Step my way inside. And then I could put one of the the mattresses up against the window to muffle it, and then one of you guys could put, like, you could get a couple of your bedrolls and put them up against the other side, and then we could, like, strike it really hard through that side to break it and really bank on the sound being muffled by the beds.
Are you mocking me?
Let's.
No, I think this is a good idea. Okay, I think there's
thank
there's an
God.
inherent problem with you think that me building onto your idea is me making fun of you. But beyond that,
Let's do it.
I like
this plan.
I like this plan.
I could, so you don't drop your invisibility.
You could do the gaseous form
I
thing.
could Gaseous Form inside.
And then you could put the mattress
And then
on.
I do it.
Oh, you do it. You do that. Yes, let's
I
do
do
this.
it.
Let's do
Yes.
it.
There might be better ideas, but I want to see how this goes.
There are
No,
definitely
I
better
think it'll
ideas, but
work.
we're doing this.
I need a couple of people's bedrolls because I did for reasons
I'll-
I don't have any
I'll
bedrolls.
pass you
Mine.
mine.
Yeah, I'll give you mine too.
Okay.
Let me know when we're ready.
All right, Forest Wife, let's do this. They say Regan.
Okay.
Actually, Sai says Regan.
She's-
Is this a
Yes.
trace? Who
I
knows?
should clarify, because this will also make things harder for you, and I apologize. All these windows are also 10 feet up.
Oh,
If that
Okay,
changes,
Anna.
Let's go in the front door. Let's change the plan. Let's do the knocking idea. Let's knock.
my God.
There is a broom of flying in the equation.
I hate to bring
I
this up.
want this to work.
I really hate to bring this up, but I'm so glad that I haven't missed anything.
Okay, actually, you're right. There's a
You
broom of
really
flying.
haven't.
There's a broom of flying involved.
Fine.
it's still doable.
Okay. I say let's recommit.
We're
Okay.
doing this.
Thank
Okay,
God.
I'm going to apply Gaseous Form to myself.
Regan casts gaseous form. You see her slowly dissipate into a cloud of spore-like mist as it floats up and through a thin crack in the window.
Stuff.
Hey, Elif, haven't I previously seen you punching people from far away?
Yeah.
Can you do that to the window?
Don't know if I can punch it as lightly as you want me to.
Well,
But I can
we're
try.
muffling it. You don't have to punch it lightly.
So, just to run through this, they go inside, Regan puts like a mattress, maybe 2 mattresses, I don't know, fucking get crazy if you feel the impulse, against it, and then Kyra puts a heckin' bedroll against it from the outside, and then Elif, you use your monk powers to smash it from afar.
As soon as I get inside, I'm going to regain my form and so dumb. I'm so happy. I cast Pass Without a Trace. I'm going to grab a mattress and put it up against the fucking window.
All right.
My God. This is
This is the dumbest shit we've ever done. I love it.
You see a opaque white square get shoved in the way of the window. What's next? Punch.
No, next is you put some bedrolls
the
against
next-
it from the outside.
Oh yeah, I had assumed I did that.
We're
I do that and
creating
then punch.
a cushion vacuum.
And
Yeah.
a leaf, rather than an attack roll, because you do hit, roll me roll me a stealth check with the bonuses of passive.
Okay, that sounds fine.
So happy.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh!
There's a dull crack and a series of tinkling sounds. You see shards of glass begin falling out from the frame. Suddenly it's a lot easier to hear outside, Regan. Kyra, you're now holding a just soaked pile, like 2 or 3 bedrolls.
I'm so confident that this worked.
With a 30, I hope to God it worked. Because Jesus.
A minute passes. Doesn't seem to be anything.
Throw a rope down! Let's climb up in there.
I feel like if we need to knock somebody out very quickly, I can act very fast when I need to. So maybe I should take a quick look out and try to bap somebody just really hard.
Sure. Confident you can do that, sure.
All right,
Be
I'm
nice.
gonna Invisa open the door as little as I can. I'm gonna step out.
I, on principle, refuse to go that way, because if we go that way, we might as well have just gone in the front doors.
Yes. We have to commit and make this worth it.
So I'm going to peek down this hallway. I'm going to get to here and peek down that hallway and see if I can see anybody.
You see a set of double doors going off to the right, and at the end of the hall there is a singular door.
I'm going to go over here. I'm going to slowly try to open this door right here. I'm going to very slowly open it and look inside.
You see several people getting ready to climb into bed. Several of them have masks that they've taken off and have laid beside mats and seem to just be staring at the ceiling. You have one's back to you as he's stoking a fire. At the end, there's a light cracking as there's a little bit of light in this room. They stand and they turn and they start walking towards the door.
Okay, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to like get my weapon ready. I want to see them open it. As soon as they open it, I am going to jump them and I am going to go for a straight out 2 attacks, Dragon Surge, 2 attacks on them.
You would see the door pull itself inward, and slowly out of it, a monk would step. They would turn, and they would begin closing the door.
Yes, close the door, you fool.
They begin walking down the hall.
All right, and then I jump up.
They turn in your direction as you start running at them. They have tremor sense.
Shit.
As the first glaive comes forward and you start appearing in the space, they don't quite dodge out of the way, and the bit of cloth armor they seem to be wearing catches a bit of it. You see just their shirt rips off one side and they turn around, and as the second slash comes up, they just lean back and Matrix style dodge it as it clangs into the wall and a small slash is dug into the stone. Dragon Surge, keep on going.
Fall unconscious. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
That was good damage.
It was good damage. He didn't go to sleep.
Sure didn't.
You see just a gash appear right under their throat, barely missing their jugular as it slashes down across their chest. They don't seem to be making much of a sound, but they turn and lock on you. They stab you a second time. A burst of eldritch energy surges through their body. They drop down to almost one knee before they ready themselves, and they are solid. Door gang, you would hear violence.
Door gang!
Violence was my trigger. Hiya.
Heck.
Let's go.
Fucking tremor
that
sense.
hits.
Oh,
Yaha.
Some damage. As this flurry of attacks start hitting them, they turn and face out your side. The door flies open, and this whip of water comes out and wraps around their leg and pulls them down. Krusk.
As my bonus action, I'm going to use Mantle of Majesty. Gonna cast command on him. Gonna tell him to grovel.
That seems to be your thing.
Yeah.
I
King
like people
Krusk,
groveling to me.
grovel before me.
And then I will, I'll move over to the door frame.
They succeed. You tell them to grovel from behind the door quietly, and they seem to ignore you.
I bonk him. I'm gonna attempt to bonk him. Get bonked! Ah! Fuck.
Yes, knock him out!
I got him!
Yeah!
Yeah!
The bard.
Drag him in.
Okay, we collectively, as soon as he's out, we collectively just like pick him up. Like I'll pick him up by the feet, and you guys pick him up by the arms. We'll just take him into the room.
Go. Good job. But go.
I just have water tendrils around him, pulling him in.
Why did that work?
You start dragging him in the room, and you just hear a quiet, but you pick it up out your side. Just hey, what was that? And then the faintest footsteps start moving in your direction. They start moving towards you, Anji-sai, so they have, how much left? 35. They get there. As of about here, they seem to regard the group of you. Alif, roll an attack.
Punched. Well,
So
I was gonna stunning strike.
All right, make them safe. They get hit by it. They turn around and they bring their foot towards Ajisai in a roundhouse kick, and they freeze in place. As you see them get winded by this water as the chill sets in.
Now drag him into the room. Come on.
Drag him into the just one at a time. Just put him in the room. Put him in the room. The next one rushes out. We just fucking backhand. I go, put him in the room. Put him in the room. Wands ablazing. Here we go!
As you come in, you see stood at the ends of their beds, donning their masks and entering stances. Two monks that seem to be getting up.
Get him, Beansley.
What? I'm like in disguise, like, huh, guys, I'm here to help.
Roll description with disadvantage. They don't call each other guys. They kind of turn to each other and then turn back to you and just maintain their competitive stance.
I don't think they're buying it.
No? Grovel.
They succeed.
I'm then going to turn to the monk force, like, I really hope you took an oath of silence because I bet your breath stinks. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
I'm gonna take my scimitar and I'm gonna stab them.
Yeah, you drive the scimitar down into them and deftly end their life.
I'm going to cast Animate Dead on the Sacred Stone monk that I killed.
You raise your staff out and you see small roots and leaves building up in the cuts and almost sewing them shut as a thin stream of magic seems to start spiraling around the corpse. A leaf.
Sort of just as the two of them kick her, like she just sort of like wipes her mouth and then goes in for more attacks.
Do it, get him.
You all see Maxine and Ajisai. You see this very clearly. This the fire on the leaf starts glowing brighter and brighter until it's a bright white, and they extend their hands out, and both of these monks just fly into the wall, charred, like their robes burning and smoldering, are obliterated. Monk 4 doesn't even reach crust. There's just ash.
You can't be Fianula,
It looked
okay?
like the head of this massive white dragon was climbing towards you before just the ash remnants of this monk.
What?
Seemed
Leaf, you
to,
scary.
What the
just
fuck is
dissipate
that?
in front of you. With that, I think we're gonna call it there because there is an ass load more in this place.
Yeah,
there is.
Yeah, I mean, look at the map. Zoom out. Fucking.
Yeah, man.
Even if only like every third room has an encounter, like this is gonna be a bit of a
Tip of the
thing.
iceberg.
We'll see you guys next time you come around.
Goodbye.
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 Get out of here. We never wanted you anyway. Grovel.